the college women's sport is about to be dead. And let me break it down. Women's swimming, women's diving, women's probably, I would say,
lacrosse.
Yeah, lacrosse. I'm trying to think. Softball could stay because of the Olympics and because of what I'm trying to think what professional, or soccer would stay probably because of Olympics. Tennis, it's close because there's not enough bodies in college that play tennis for Title IX to kick in and dollar for dollar match. So there's a lot of sports out there like badminton and club sports. I could see cheer going away. Cheer is a club at most institutions. It's not an actual sport. Here's my point, though, and there's probably a lot of female sports. Title IX is gone. Title IX no longer can or will be able to protect the dollar for dollar match. Dollar for man, dollar for woman. That's the rule. That's Title IX. I got a match on the women's side what I give the man. So how are you going to compete or keep up in women's swimming, women's diving, tennis possibly with 12 people on the team? There's no possible way that it's going to happen. And women now are going to be ostracized and be pushed out. And now you're going to have a whole nother ball game, and we're going to have another bitching and moaning session here in the next few years as to why the women no longer play college sports at a few games. There's going to be basketball, probably softball, probably soccer. I wouldn't be surprised if those are the only women's sports still alive.
And then track. I say track will stay.
Track and field because of the Olympics, but I wouldn't be shocked if that turns into a club. I would not be shocked if that turns into a club that is self-funded. That means you got to go fundraise yourself if you want to participate in this club. And if you're good enough, let's just be honest, if you're good enough in women's track and field, you're probably going to get a sponsor. You're probably going to be like the AAU movement. You're probably going to be moved up into like some sort of, And
you can be like pro, I think, in track, if I'm not mistaken, like and do both.
Volleyball's huge, especially California. Like all the stars put their daughters in these travel volleyball. My boy Mike Williams in the chat. His daughter is one of the best volleyball players in the country. All these women that play volleyball, I could see that being moved. I don't know if there's it's bigger club scene in volleyball than it is in college. And even though college is huge, we know the SCs and the UCLAs and the Stanfords, huge volleyball program. I don't know if it can sustain, dog, because of what football's doing. Like football has created a huge wave just a shit show. Golf, I can see golf being gone. I'm just telling you, dog, this is something they have. Again, the NCAA, the non-caring assholes of America, have yet to think forward. They have no forward thinking. They don't proactively think about anything. All they see is ching, 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 ching. They see dollar amount. Oh, we could do that. They don't put a team together to say, okay, the what if scenarios of brainstorming. What if this happens? And then what if this happens? It takes time, Smitty, years, months, years of training to know how to calculate and educate and calendar something. And you can't just say, all right, let's go from 12 to 14 team playoff. We haven't even played the 12 team playoff yet.
Right.
And it's already being discussed to go to 14 teams. Now, you telling me that's not telling me money is telling them to do it? It's not they haven't thought about what it does to the Ball States and the Toledos of the world. Guess what 14 team playoff starting is going to do? It's going to eliminate the mid-major completely because there's nobody that's going to go to the mid-major to play football no more. They're going to all want to compete in the 14-team playoff. So guess what teams are going to? Oregon, SC, Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, blah, blah, blah.
Well, you still got to get offered from them schools, though.
No, I get it, but you're not going to get anybody. This is the problem. The portal is going to eliminate all those guys at the way it's currently set up. The Akrons and the Ball State and the MAC all together will be JUCO in essence. It'll be JUCO in essence, and then trickles down to JUCO being eliminated, trickles down to high school seniors not getting scholarships, which they already aren't, and they're sitting out. Instead of going JUCO, high school seniors are sitting out a year to try to jump in a fucking portal that they never were in the first place. This is real shit. This is what's happening out here. And no one wants to dive into it because they're scared to talk about it because these kids are getting screwed over like crazy. And we're only worried about the money portion of it. But the kid doesn't know what the kid doesn't know. The kid don't realize, oh shit, I don't know any of this. All I know is there's money out there to be made and I can ask for it. And then when they ask for it, they realize, shit, I'm not good enough to play at Alabama. And now I got to enter a portal because I only got $300 a month when the coach recruiting me promised me $30,000. It's a big old bunch of shit, dog. Like, this is a joke, man. It's a mockery. Like, and you're not going to hear it on mainstream media. You're not going to hear it on anything. The truth of the matter is this, and I talk to these coaches every day, dog. It's like, JB, I wish I could come on your show and tell it like you say it, but I just can't, JB. I know, dog. And you know how it is. We can't get certain people out here to tell us what we talk to them about off the record. Yep. It is what it is. And the truth of the matter is Saban's and everybody else is getting out because if you can't mold a kid, what are we doing? So I'm just going to take a kid straight out, throw him in the fire, haven't taught him shit. He doesn't have success. Guess what happens to a kid's mental, fragile little young mind that hasn't lived life yet? They get discouraged. They claim mental health and they leave. They chase greener pastures because they failed. They got hit in the face because the real world said, hey, Smitty, what's up, homie? And I knocked your ass out. Right. They don't have that no more because the men in the building, the coach, can't mold them and teach them that you're going to take a shot in the fucking mouth and I got to get you back up and face adversity. They're not teaching that no more. They're letting adversity hit them in the face, and then they turn their back, and then they walk away. Sounds like, no offense, an emotional girl. That's what we've turned it into. And that's why you see women coaching football. Like, let's just be honest. That's what it is. It's turning this thing full circle, and now we have a pandemic or an epidemic at our hands in college athletics. I'm just telling you straight out. And I know females that coach Division I basketball that will tell you exactly what I just said is true. And I'm just telling you, it's not like I'm just talking out my ass. There's a truth to what I'm saying. And when it comes around and everyone sees this message today on March 13th, 2024, they won't give us credit for it. But the bottom line is it'll be said, it'll be archived. It's going to be right here. And that's the problem. Nobody else will care and they won't give us credit for it. They won't see it. And truth of the matter is, I'm going to keep saying it because that's the truth. And I know it's the truth.